Start doing. Stop procrastinating and make a strategy to speak English all alone at your home. And you can do miracles. Because in this video, I am going to share with you 6 steps, 6 strategies, 6 tips to speak English all alone at your home. The number 1 tip is to build vocabulary, but don't place it aside. Don't place it aside and forget it. For example, we learn and we acquire new words and vocabulary. We write it down on a notebook. But when we place notebook aside, the vocabulary also goes with the notebook, because we do not memorize, because we do not place it in sentence structure, or we do not use it in our daily life. So what happens that the vocabulary which we have acquired after so much hard work goes with that notebook. So what we have to do, we have to actually use the vocabulary in our sentence structure and in our daily use. The second thing is that just look around. What you are watching, what you are seeing around you. For example, there are kitchen items, there are living room items, there are so many items which you are visualizing around you in your home. Now, when you are talking with your mom, with your friend, with your father, or any other person, you have to name it in your English language, not in your native language. This is the number 1 tip. This is very much important, because we have to build vocabulary. If we want to communicate, we can communicate with even with a single word. For example, come. It gives a complete meaning. So you have to acquire language, you have to acquire the new words. After acquiring the new words, you have to place it in a sentence. After placing it in the sentence, you have to utilize it in daily life. This is the best trick. And number 2 tip is to practice. Yes, dear audience, now question arises is that we don't have any environment, or we don't have anyone to speak with. How can we do our practice? Now comes the mirror method. Why mirror method? You have to look, and you have to look into the mirror and just watch your body movement. You are visualizing your gestures, you are visualizing your mouth movement, you are visualizing all your postures, and no one is there to ridicule, to mock at you. So when you are watching yourself, when you are looking at yourself speaking English language which was hard for you, your confidence level will boost up from here to there. This is the power, because here you are encouraging yourself, you are visualizing yourself as a representative or as a speaker of English language. So what you have to do, you have to do your practice. By what mean? You have to do your practice by mirror method. Number 3 is that you have to read. Now the question here is that what kind of books you have to read. First of all, you can read the stories books. Why stories books? Because in stories books there are dialogues. In fact, the writer is telling you about his experience by dialogues. So the best thing is to read the newspaper. You have to read the editorials. You have to read the articles written by different writers. In this way, you are boosting up your vocabulary. You are boosting up your sentence structure and expressions and slangs. I am recommending you again and again to read a newspaper. But I am not suggesting you that you have to read and complete newspaper only in one day. You can complete and you can read a newspaper, full newspaper, within 1 week, even within 1 week. So when you are accustomed to reading a newspaper, what happens that your confidence level, your knowledge level, and your English learning capability enhances with reading newspaper. Number 4, essential part is that writing. Yes, dear audience, when you have read newspaper, when you have read the dialogues of a story, next step is to write down. Why writing is so important? Why everyone is suggesting and recommending you writing? Dear audience, because writing gives structure to your thoughts. Writing gives organization to your thoughts. Your sentence structure becomes more authentic when you are writing. And when you speak, if you have a writing skill, if you are habituated with writing, if you are habitual of writing of your thoughts, you will speak in a coherent manner, you will speak in a structured way, your thoughts will not be in a disorganized way. So writing strengthens your thoughts. Writing is very much important. Now after reading, what you have to do, you have to reproduce all the thoughts given you by the writer in your own words. This is the best technology and this is the best methodology you have to fulfill. Next, number 5 is surround yourself with English. Now, many of the English learners say that we don't have an English environment. We don't live in an English speaking community. So, here is a unique method. What is that unique method? You have to surround yourself by doing these activities which I am recommending you in this video. Start watching movies. Start practicing what you are watching. Start reading English books. Start writing in English. Start speaking in English. All these activities, when you are performing, you are in fact surrounding yourself with English. So in this way, you can surround yourself with English. The next and the last and the 6th point is record yourself and analyze yourself. Now, after watching the movie, there are so many dialogues. You have to reproduce the dialogues and then compare the dialogues of yourself and the movie. Compare the two dialogues and you will differentiate and you will be able to analyze your weaknesses, your strength, and what are your weaknesses. You will work on them and then those weaknesses will be erased. But for all these steps, for all these measures and tips and tricks, you have to do your hard work. And the best thing is that you have to do your consistency. You have to do it on daily basis. There should not be any holiday. If you are consistent, and you have to consider English language as an English language, not a subject like mathematics or chemistry or physics or bio. No. Not at all. There is no hard and fast rule. English is not a big deal. Why it has become a big deal? Because we have attached the status quo with the English language and we are giving so much importance and we are considering English language as a subject and we are not treating it as a language. That's why it becomes a mountain for us, and to have it a small stone, we have to consider it as a language and we have to do it on a daily basis. Practice is compulsory. Consistency is mandatory to speak English language in a fluent way. So I hope this video will be of tremendous value for you. So till the next video, stay happy, stay blessed. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.